أهلا وسهلا, welcome, مرحبا. We are starting with Unit 7, so you are going to open up your books, page 146, and we are going to do the first half of Unit 7. So let's do a quick review since it's been a few weeks. We've got our long vowels, which are alif, waw, and ya. Remember, alif makes the a sound, waw makes u sound as a long vowel, and ya makes the e sound as a long vowel. Waw can also be a consonant sound, and when it's a consonant sound, it makes the w, the w sound. Okay. And ya, when it's a consonant, it makes the y sound. Good. And then we did our harakat. Fatha makes the a sound. Dhamma, u, kasra, e. Very good. Okay, now let's go through our letters. You go ahead and say them as I write them. Alif, ba, ta, tha, jim, ha, kha, dal, ذال, راء, زي, سين, شين, صاد, ضاد, صاد, ضاد, طاء, ظاء, عين, غين. Yeah. So now that we have all of these letters that we have done, we're now going to be moving on. So the next set of letters, we don't have that many left, is going to be the letter fa. The letter fa. Fa makes the F sound. And the way that you're writing it is on your notebook line. You're going to make a loop, and then you're going to put a dot on top. So fa is similar to the shape of the ba. Here's the ba. The difference is that the fa has a loop and a dot on top. Fa. Okay. Now, in terms of writing the letter fa, initial position, it will look like this. It's just the first half. Okay. So initial position, let's go ahead and write fa, fu, fi. As I'm telling you what to write, what I would recommend that you do is you pause the video, write it, and then play to see if you wrote it correctly. Fu, fa, wow. Fi. We're going to put a fa and then the letter ya right after it. Fi. And oftentimes you'll see that when you write fi, you'll write the fa like this, and then the ya you'll bring right underneath, just like that. So you'll often see it in both ways. And in your notebook, what I want you to do is circle fi. This is our first preposition, and it means in. Fi. Fi. Remember in the first week of the semester, we learned the word aina. We said min aina ant. From where are you? Where are you from? Aina means where. If I say aina ant, where are you? Aina ant, where are you? You can say ana fi aina ant, where are you? Fi bayti, I'm in my house. Ana fi bayti, which would be true because all of us hopefully are in our homes now. Fi bayti, so it means in. Okay, fi bayti. We could say Abi, my dad. If I want to say my dad is in, there's no word for is, so we just use the preposition, which is going to be fi. My dad is in, where is he? Let's say my neighbor's house. Remember, we put house first. Beit. Jari. My neighbor's house. Abi fi beit jari. So fi here can be used as in, but it can also have the meaning of at, the way that we use it in English. I'm at home. I'm at the neighbor's house. It's the same thing. Fi. You need to take a second and write down a sentence for yourself. Pause the video and write a sentence for yourself using fi. So we have fa, initial position. Medial position, we're simply going to connect it on both sides. Okay. So let's do the number 0. Do you guys remember what 0 was? صفر. صاد. ص. ف. ر. صفر. 0. So here you have fa in medial position. And in final position, we're going to connect and then just make the full form. So let's write the word صف. صف. صاد. fa. And on the word صف, you're going to put a shadda, because this word always has a shadda, and it means class. صف. Remember, when we have a word that has a shadda at the end, you're really just pronouncing it, stopping on it. Excuse me. But what's important is that if you attach anything to it, you pronounce it with the shadda. So if I want to say my class, I take this word, keep the shadda, and add a ya. صفي. My class. صفي. Oops, where do we go? Okay, just want to make sure we're good on time. Next to صف, I want you to write صفوف. It's the plural. So, same letters because it's the plural of this word. Foof. And in this, we're writing flat full form because wow doesn't connect. Classes. صفوف. So if I want to say, I love my classes. أحب صفوفي. أحب صفوفي. ف. All right, well, if you can hear the music, someone is blasting their music outside. Okay, so we're going to flip the page. We're now on page 148. I move on to the next letter. And this letter is the letter qaf. Qaf. And qaf is the heavy K or Q sound. Qa, 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 qa. It's the sound that you get when you're moving your tonsils almost. Okay? So if you open your mouth and you say ah, and you pull your tongue back so that the base of your tongue is hitting the back of your throat, then you end up saying qa, qa, qa. You're closing out the back of your tongue, touching your throat, so that you end up closing your throat, and then when you release it, this is the sound that it makes. Qa. When you say the letter K in English, ka, that is the back of your tongue touching the roof of your mouth. The qa is the back of your tongue touching the back of your throat. Qa, 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 qa. Remember that it's making the ah sound. So if you want to write the word cough, the ah, ka, right? But we're going to make this K sound heavier. Qa, 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 qa. Okay. So it's a very heavy, heavy sound. So at this point, what I want you to do is you're going to pause it And then you're going to go to, or pause it after I tell you the directions. You're going to go to the Smart Sparrow website, and you're going to open up to Unit 7. And then under Unit 7, you're going to click Drill 2. Whoops. Drill 2. And you're going to complete Drill 2. And in Drill 2, what you're listening for is whether the word has the letter qaf or not. Okay? So I'll give you an example. For instance, if I say kabir, kabir, ka, that's not a qaf. But if I said qadim, qadim, then it would have a qa. So at this point, you're going to pause and do that drill and then come back. Okay, so now that you've listened to the sounds of the qa and sort of compared it and seen, what it sounds like when you have it versus when it's a light K and it's not the qaf, let's do the writing. So the letter qaf, let's do our first word, fawq, fawq. Notice the sound at the end. I know it's probably sounding strange that you're hearing me make that noise, but you're listening for that choking sound. Fawq. We're going to take the letter fa. We want the aw sound, so we're going to put a fatha and a waw with the sukoon. Fawq. Waw doesn't connect, so we're going to put qaf. Fawq. And sometimes it's pronounced fawqa. And fawq or fawqa means above. And sometimes people use it as upstairs because it's the floor that's above you. And oftentimes, one thing to note is that the letter qaf is a very heavy letter, and because it's somewhat difficult, a lot of dialects end up pronouncing the qaf like a G sound. Some in North Africa, they do this. Some dialects, like in the Sham, they end up pronouncing the qaf like a hamza. So instead of saying fawq, it would be fawq with the sound at the end. So these are just dialectal differences. Okay, but what we are going to be doing is definitely pronouncing it as the heavy qa sound because we're doing modern standard Arabic. Okay, so we're going to flip our page 150. And you're going to go ahead and write qaf, initial and medial position. It looks exactly like the fa, only difference is, good, has the 2 dots. Again, when I ask you to write something, you can always pause it and then press play and check your answer. So here we have qaf, initial, medial, and in final position, it looks like itself. Okay, and of course, since you have the 2 dots, you can just draw a line over it. So we're going to do a word, waraqa, waraqa. Waraqa means paper, and it's a feminine word. It's a noun, and it's a feminine word. Remember when we said words are feminine, nouns that are feminine, what's the last letter for those words? Ta marbuta. Wa, ra, qa. We're going to end it with the ta marbuta. Waraqa means paper. Okay. So if I want to say waraqati, my paper, remember when I add a word that has a ta marbuta, we open it to a regular ta and then add the ya to the end. And now it's my paper. Waraqa. If I want to say my brother's paper, waraqat akhi. Waraqat akhi. My friend's paper, waraqat sahibi. Okay, so the paper of such and such person. Let's do another one. Daqiqa. Daqiqa. It's also a feminine word, so we're going to end it with ta marbuta. Daqiqa. I'll write it here again. Daqiqa means minute. دقيقة. I say دقيقة. دقيقة واحدة, 1 minute. رفيق. رفيق. Fi. Remember, yeah, connects on both sides. Qaf. Rafiq. And Rafiq is a friend. You know, like Rafiki in Lion King. Friend. Rafiq. So if your friend is male, Rafiq. What if your friend is female? Rafiqa. Rafiq. Rafiqa. You could say Rafiqi Ahmad, my friend Ahmad. Rafiqati Sarah, my friend Sarah. We'll add another word for friend. Sadiq. Sadiq. Di with a qaf at the end. Sadiq is also a friend. But this is a friend that you trust. Rafiq is a friend you enjoy their company and they're really nice. Sadiq is someone you trust. And Sadiqa for the feminine. And then you might ask me, okay, well, what about sahib? We did sahib last time. And sahib, nowadays people use it as boyfriend and girlfriend. But sahib is a friend that you spend a lot of time with. So companion. Someone who you spend a lot of time with, meaning they're in your company a lot or you're in their company a lot. Sahib, sahiba. So I want you to take a minute, you're going to pause, and you're going to say a sentence telling yourself each one of these and what their names are. So pick a friend that you like, a friend that you trust, and a friend you spend a lot of time with. So I could say Rafiqi Ahmad, Sadiqati Fatima, Sahibati Sarah. Good. Now that you have completed these, you can move on to the writing drills. So you have drill 1 and 3.